Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm pretty sure you heard that expression, follow the money. So if you want to find out, who is the perpetrator, who is the guilty party in something, just follow the money. See where the money goes, see who gets the money. And, or you heard that che bono, who benefits out of it. That's the expression. So whenever something happens, is a question. Okay, they start a fight. Who benefits out of this? And again, by that you eliminate people who might have no involvement and no profits out of this. So this article that I have here ask providers may provides the answer maybe, or not the entire answer, but I think a big chunk of the answer. But I might be wrong, but I don't think so. Just pay attention to this. This article is from Business Insider from April 29th, 2022 by Hamza Farid Malik. Ooh. So we have, this is the title. As Europe scrambles to ditch Russian oil, the US is shaping up to fill that gap. Thanks to its super suitable, cheaper crude, Vortexa says. Got that? Just a coincidence, like a few that I will mention. So it says here, Europe can rely on the US if it stops using Russian oil. US crude is super suitable for Europe's refineries due to its quality, cost, I don't think so, and availability. Russia supplies a quarter of the EU's oil, but the bloc is scrambling to cut that following the Ukraine invasion. Well, Russia supplies almost 25% of the European Union's oil, and the bloc has paid Russia about $46 billion for its energy since the war in Ukraine started. Good job. Germany said this week it is prepared to stop buying Russian oil, which would allow the EU to impose fresh sanctions on Moscow. Germany had already cut its intake from Russia, which now accounts to 12% of the country's oil consumption, down from 35% before the invasion of Ukraine. Russia normally exports some 4 million barrels of oil per day by ship, with the rest of it roughly 7 million barrels per day in overseas sales going via pipeline east and west. Much of this crude oil ends up in Europe, which takes around 2.7 million barrels per day, according to S&P Global Platts. Another 1 million barrels per day arrive via the 4,000-kilometer long Druzhba pipeline, which crosses Eastern and Western Europe and services Germany, the Netherlands, Poland, and Austria, among others. Unlike natural gas, which arrives almost exclusively to Europe via pipeline from Russia, the remaining 1.7 million barrels a day that could be affected by an EU ban would be reasonably easy to source from a variety of crude exports. So I'm not going to say here what they say, how fantastic the US oil is, but do you remember? Let's go back in time a little bit because we don't have a short memory like 3 days or 3 hours, 3 minutes, and we have a higher IQ than 86, don't we? Yeah. So remember that the Americans were very, very angry with Germany having a pipeline with Russia, actually two of them, that would provide them, whatever they need resources. And they were saying, Americans were saying that Germany, you will be dependent on Russia. So it's not okay to be dependent on someone. This was the point. But now after this, who is Germany going to be dependent on? The good guys, right? On the United States, because they're the good guys. So you see, the United States did like this, pop, an elbow, pop, to the Russians, and Russian, boom, went into the how do you call that, sidelines, out to the decks. Unbelievable. So let's see who benefits. So United States is ready to provide oil from its strategic reserves. That was announced about 2 weeks ago that President Joseph Biden will tap the U.S.'s strategic reserves in order to curb the high price in gas here in the United States, which dropped about 50, 70 cents or almost 70 cents, 80 cents. And now it's coming back up because, I don't know, they stopped or the inflation or that even can't cover how the cost for oil jumps. So it's going back now to, it's halfway up from my pump that I'm buying from. So now United States also will fill the void left by Russian gas by providing liquefied natural gas. The Europeans are scrambling to build, how do you call that? The appropriate mechanisms to take that liquefied natural gas from the ships and transfer it to the land and so on. So it seems like, as I said, Russia. I said this about when European Union started caving on the American pressure to and British pressure to um, sanction Russia on energies, so they destroy their economies and the population will pay more because the United States will not provide for cheaper. That's for sure. From all the information I have, everything is going to be more expensive, and I don't know if it's going to be able to cover. Nevertheless, let's see che bono. Who benefits? Che bono is this. Uh, who's providing now Europe with oil? You can say, or you can make the argument that United States is helping. Remember, help is for free. What's not for free, it's not help. I mean, you can say it's a kind of help, but it's still not help. All right? So right now, I make you and call you names. Remember when Olaf Scholz came, the Chancellor of Germany came to the United States, and he met President Biden, and they had a press conference at White House, and there were like 3 or 4 reporters who asked Scholz with the same question. What are you going to do with Nord Stream 2? What are you going to do with Nord Stream 2? And Scholz was, And then again, he went home and again, he was asked, what are you going to do with Nord Stream 2? He went to Moscow again. What are you going to do with Nord Stream 2? So these guys want to get rid of that, not dependency, but now the void is covered by the big helper who was blaming and pointing fingers at Germany all the time about gas and all that. You can't depend on Germany because you have to depend on us. And we, since we're the good guys and we function with threats and blackmail, you would enjoy being part of my club as a little slave down there at the bottom feeder, like, like carps, puck, 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 puck in the bottom. That's how they feed, like these guys, bottom feeders. So nevertheless, let's see what else they fill the void. Oh yeah, now all this helping Ukraine with military assistance, the Eastern European countries and Western countries, they start sending military hardware over there. And guess who's gonna help replace that? The same good old buddy from across Atlantic. Who created? Maybe because it's so much fear here and the Russians are bad and will come and conquer Europe. You gotta get arms and we will supply with that. Not for free though, but we help you. And if you want a land lease that I heard right now they want to subjugate Ukraine to, they will do that too. Remember, land lease, it's a loan. I heard that I think Great Britain and Russia, Soviet Union / Russia just finished paying the Second World War Lend-Lease, I think in 2005 or something. So the loan that they were, the help they were, they helped, it helped, but they had to pay it back. What, 45, 55, 60, 70, 80, 90, 2005, 2000, right there. So it's like what, 67 years, six. You had to pay the Lend-Lease. That's fine. You want it, you helped. Without that, maybe you couldn't have win the war. Yeah, that helped a lot. So nevertheless, here is the helper with gas, and they pushed the Russians out. They kicked in. Now they created demand in weapons and all that. Hey, give the weapons to Ukraine, and guess what? We're gonna give your Russian tanks that you have. We're gonna give you the Abrams, right? Isn't that Poland who's buying like 4 billion of Russian of American tanks? I know all kind of other things. So that's fine, but just think about it. Just think about what's going on with this. Who benefits? And let me know what exactly did the United States lose in this overall. The inflation. The inflation was over there before by inserting itself here. How much it lost and how much it gains. And tell me what Europe lost and what Europe gained. Tell me what Europe gained. I tell you what, a medal, a virtuous medal. But it's okay. You're gonna pay more, guys. That's fine. But you're gonna sleep better tonight and tomorrow night. You're gonna pay more, but you're gonna feel virtuous. It's all right. So I think follow the money, and it's a good way of seeing things. And they try to break the market also in India and Pakistan and any other country who that doesn't want to, cover the costs. All right. Well, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, be just, and follow the money. See ya.